Knott's Scary Farm 2022 promises to bring fears and frights to all those who brave to enter Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park this year. But there have been rumors of 2 new haunted houses coming to this year's event, and today we have confirmation of a Bloodline 1842, a brand new interactive maze coming to Knott's Scary Farm 2022. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott, and you're watching your stop for all things theme park and attraction related. Hey everyone, if you're new here, consider subscribing down below with those bell notifications on. And we just started a new website, www.exploringattractions.com. It's simple, it's just my name with .com at the end. So we're going to be writing tons of different blog posts on there from all the different parks and whatnot. And yeah, if you want to find all like the more in-depth details, then that place is a place to go, which of course will be linked down below in the description. Well, everyone, we officially have confirmation on one of the mazes that is going to be coming to Knott's Scary Farm this year. Now, we did get a full list of the returning mazes, which we also made a video about, spanning from Origins to Curse of Calico to Dark Ride to Mesmer, all of our returning favorites. But there's 2 spots in specific that were left as the unknown. What's going to be replacing them? And that spot, of course, was a Mystery Lodge, which we didn't have in 2021, but we did have in 2019, and the replacement for Paranormal Inc. Well, today, Knott's actually dropped an announcement video with a vampire-themed haunted house called Bloodline 1842, and we have all the juicy details, so let's get right into it. This story will follow the immortal Daybreakers, and these are essentially vampire hunters, even though they look like vampires themselves, so I'm not too sure how that works out, but they're called the Daybreakers, so we're essentially going to be following in their footsteps, hunting down this big bad, which is obviously a terrifying vampire. Now, it seems with the announcement video that there are 2 different villains, and by 2 different villains, there's one with an actual mask, and there's one with just makeup on their face. I'm not too sure what to make of that. Even one could question whether or not this will have 2 storylines to the interactive maze, but we'll get more into that a little bit later. Bring light into the darkness and survive the vicious onslaught of vampires and bring honor to your order. And how are you going to do that? We're going to do that with one of the blasters that we are familiar with from Special Ops all these years. These are actually the exact replica blasters from Special Ops, but they obviously are going to have a little bit different theming on them to fit Bloodline. Now, this maze will be located in the backlot section of Knott's Berry Farm, adjacent to the depths, or as most of you all may know, the replacement for Paranormal Inc. This is a very, very large location, so the fact that they're having an interactive maze like this, like a Special Ops experience inside of the Paranormal building, is insane. I mean, we already see construction and how it's going. Thanks to the entertainment connection, the scenes look absolutely huge, and it makes sense on why they're so huge due to the fact that this is going to be where guests are going to be running through, going to be moving non-stop in a more fast-paced fashion, like not running in specific, but obviously walking a lot faster than they would through a traditional maze experience. And that's the reasoning behind the construction being seen as such big rooms and everything. Now, there's a couple of pros and cons in regard to it replacing Paranormal. Number 1, I think that the Paranormal spot is probably the best location for all of Knott's Berry Farm during the run of Scary Farm. I honestly think that it's the biggest location as well. Now, technically speaking, I could be wrong. There could be a different location that's even bigger. However, it just feels larger from what we've had there, obviously, with Paranormal Inc. and mazes years before that. Now, obviously, there's the pro side of this being a much longer experience, similar to when they had it in entire Camp Snoopy Land, compared to in the Mystery Lodge, where it was a little bit more shortened down in the Mystery Lodge. So obviously, it's just like I said, it's going to be a much longer experience. However, I do feel like with a blaster type interactive maze, it fits in the Mystery Lodge. Like, I think that should be the place where it stays. I wish that we would have used Paranormal Inc. for a more elaborate haunted house that we're all walking through for a very long time and getting to enjoy the set design and everything. But that new maze will be located in the Mystery Lodge, which there's still plenty of room for large scale mazes, as we've seen with Forevermore and mazes there years prior, but I just wish that it was flipped. You know, I honestly keep the Special Ops theme in the Mystery Lodge location. or at least the special ops experience with obviously now Bloodline 1842. But like I said, the pro is we're going to get this massive interactive experience in their paranormal location that honestly I think will be an extremely long thing, and I cannot wait for it. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I think just from tracking construction progress alone, seeing the different set design in there already, and seeing the theming that it seems to be taking place with, I think it's going to be a 10 out of 10 experience, just as we've seen with more recent and new mazes in Mesmer, Sideshow of the Mind, etc., etc. I love the theme of vampires, and I think the trailer perfectly fit what they're trying to set up as far as the story goes. Now, we did have vampires on Knott Scare Farm years ago with Dominion of the Damned. Obviously, a great maze experience, a great storyline, so I'm super excited for vampires to finally return to Knott Scare Farm this year. You can't go wrong with that theme at all. There's a couple things in the haunt world that you just can't go wrong with, just like clowns, you know, like you can't go wrong with clowns at a haunted event. I am really curious to see how the crowd flow works with this one. There was plenty of queuing space in the Mystery Lodge area for something of this experience. Now, there isn't a whole lot of queuing space for where they're putting it now, unless they're building some form of indoor queue. Hell, maybe they'll even have a themed queue. One can dream, right? That'd be freaking awesome. Like a temporary themed queue for Knott Scare Farm. I think that would be freaking awesome. But just with the construction progress right now, it seems like we're going to be entering on the other side of the building where Dark Entities is at. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I could be wrong. You could be entering still on the same place that you entered Paranormal at. But if that were the case, there would be absolutely nowhere to fit a queue at. I mean, if you just look at the construction compared to where the rumored facade is across to the depths, it's just, I don't know, guys, it's going to be weird. Unless they're banking on the depths not having a massive line like it has in the most recent years, that queue line has never really filled up a whole lot other than on the extremely busy nights, unless they're banking on just having that whole space reserved for Bloodline 1842 and instead just using the depths queue as these side switchbacks that they have near Waxworks. It makes a lot more sense when you're looking at it in person. At least in my personal opinion, I have not seen the depths queue get filled to the max in quite some time now. Same with Pumpkiner. It's been around for a while and they really don't have to utilize like a huge line at all. Like usually they're only utilizing like 4 switchbacks at max. But overall, I'm excited for this. It's another interactive thing that we could do at a haunt event. Would I be fine with it just having this theme with no blasters involved? Yes, I would. I think that'd be awesome just because of how detailed into the story that they can go with something like Bloodline 1842. But I'm really hoping that we're able to see that story visualized and in person while we're still blasting these different vampires and having a fun time. There's also going to be the debate of whether or not this will still be scary, and I think it still will be. If you have a terrifying vampire popping out of nowhere and you just turn your blaster towards him, you don't expect him at all, I think that'll be absolutely, like, I think there will be plenty of scary aspects, especially like we've seen it before with special ops in the metro station. I don't know if you guys remember that, but in the metro station towards the end of the experience in 2019, that was always just such a scary experience of running through there because there are zombies on both sides coming at you without no clue of where they're at. And I think with being in close quarters in a former maze location compared to a blaster interactive experience will definitely benefit a lot because, like I said, there will be more close quarter scares and just people popping out of anywhere. And there's so much more fun to be had at Knott Scare Farm, kicking off on September 22nd. Now, tickets go on sale on August 15th. That's literally 4 days away. Hopefully we get some news as far as Knott Scare Farm passes goes, Fright Lane, etc., etc. I'm really crossing my finger on those Knott Scare Farm passes. As we all know, we only had them if you're a season pass holder last year, so I'm hoping that they open it up to the public. I am a pass holder, so if they open it up to just pass holders, I'll also be happy, but I'm really hoping that they just bring back the pass because that was a fan favorite for sure. But once we do get ticket info on August 15th, we'll of course put a video out for you guys as well as a theme park vlog and all that fun stuff. So make sure to subscribe with those bell notifications on and let me know down in the comments section what you guys think of Bloodline 1842 coming to Knott Scare Farm 2022. It's so funny saying 1842 and then 2022 right after. Anyways, everyone, my name is Scott. You've been watching Exploring Attractions. Make sure to check out our brand new website, exploringattractions.com. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.